What's going on? It's your boy King Rez. Look, you already know we back with a motherfucking banger. Look, it's trouble over in LA, man. Marathon Burger get hit up, man. We can't have nothing good out here, man. Let's go ahead and find out what the word is, though.
Immediately after the incident, Black Sam did everything he could to take to social media to try to dispel the rumors, try to distance the Marathon Burger from what happened.
Man, I don't know what talking about on the internet, man. We in here cooking. We in here cooking fries, burgers. I'm in my right here with my Scroogey. Come on, cuz.
Get out of here, man.
Come on, man. We in here, man. Hold on, we fully loaded. Fully loaded. We got my Stevie Wonder in the building. Come on.
We got Stevie Wonder in that mother. That's crazy.
I don't know where Stevie came from, but they rolled out the blonde man for some PR, man. But ultimately, it didn't work because the story gained national legs.
Shots are being fired right now. Shots are being fired.
Nothing, bro. Bro, you can't have nothing, bro. It's always some ignorant shit.
This is a terrible look. The grand opening of your restaurant and your burger joint ends up in a TMZ article in bold letters. Shots rang out at Marathon Burger. Now, you West Coast niggas got no shame. Y'all got absolutely no shame whatsoever because a lot of y'all don't even have pride in who you guys are. So y'all don't care about disgracing your last name. So a lot of y'all see this and feel nothing. But Black Sam is somebody who cares about his last name. It's a powerful last name. So the fact that he's ducking behind cars as a multi-millionaire CEO because he chooses to conduct himself and to be around the people, he chooses to humble himself and still come around y'all, y'all should be embarrassed, man. Embarrassed. Now, the one positive comment out of this situation right here is radicalizing the people against LA culture. You take the social media and you see people for the first time on a national stage is having a serious conversation about LA culture. I disagree with the second part of that. You don't go after or fight the person who's fighting you for resources. You go after the person who made resources limited that you have to fight over it. That's what you go after. You don't go after another oppressed person. You go after the oppressor. But this person is 100% right. LA gang culture is a problem. Some will go as far to say LA culture is a problem. But I'm sure you could probably find 1% of things good about LA culture. So maybe for the sake of that 1%, I don't know, they dance well, right? You know, they work out well. I guess that's also part of the culture. They work out well. But even they're working out, they work out so they could also victimize and inflict violence on other Black people. So even a working out comes with evil. But nonetheless, though, you know, working out, I guess, is a positive thing. But outside of working out and maybe dancing, everything else is degenerate. Everything else is toxic. Everything else is bad. Everything else is Sambo-ish. So I agree 100%. This is the first time ever the conversation about LA gang culture is now on a national stage. And people are starting to wake up. They're being radicalized. They're seeing it how I see it. I ain't never had no love for these people. Listen, I knew from my first week in LA, these people couldn't be saved. That all this conversation about psychoanalyzing and psychologizing these people to be upstanding citizen is a waste of time. There ain't no saving these people, man.
Damn.
The only saving for these people, I'll be real, is penitentiary. I mean, that's about it, right? Lock them up and get them away from us as fast as possible. Now, the aftermath, though, of the incident has been one to behold. There's so much layers to this. First off, we found out the Hoovers were also involved in the fight. Or specifically, the Prime Minister, the King of LA, Chucky Finster, was a part of this situation. Oh, they made a terrible mistake by laying a hand on Chucky Finster. There will be hell to pay for this. Now, if you guys don't understand exactly what fight I'm talking about or how the fight led to the shooting and how the shooting led to somebody dying, here is a quick recap on exactly what led up to this shooting at the Marathon Burger.
Here's what led up to somebody getting shot and killed at Nipsey Hussle's Marathon Burger grand opening today. So everybody is there, celebrities, fans. It's a family-friendly event until this one gang member showed up. He's a little turned-up Crip from the 80s in Long Beach, because it's a Long Beach grand opening. He showed up and he starts dissing all the enemies that walk in. He starts tripping. He really started gangbanging, right? He's calling them out their names. He's throwing up derogatory. He's like gang signs. He's just wilding out. The enemies realized they outnumber him by a lot. They could easily crash him and get him out of there. But they went to Black Sam because they didn't really want to mess up the event. So they go over to Black Sam and they tell Black Sam, hey, this dude is being disrespectful. He's dissing. He's violating him. Get him out of here because we don't want to crash him. While they talking to Black Sam, the little turned up 80 Crip got 3 homies who walk in. Now they with him. So now it's 4 80 Crips in there and hella enemies. Black Sam people's going on. So then Black Sam rally up his crew and they walk over to the 80s and tell the 80s, hey, listen, we gonna escort y'all to safety, but y'all gotta go. They agree. Black Sam and his crew is escorting the 80s off the premises of the Marathon Burger. The 80s is under the assumption we getting escorted to safety. We getting escorted to our cars. Black Sam is under the assumption of y'all getting off my premises. That's it. So once they walked them across the premises of the Marathon Burger, as soon as the 80s toes crossed the line across the Marathon Burger, they got blitzed. All the enemies blitzed them. It's like 6-1. I'll be real, bro. It's like four 80s and probably like 30 or 40 enemies, man. So they squabbling. So one of the 80s pull out a gun and they start shooting. But they didn't stop making guns when they made y'all's, man. The enemies had guns too. They pulled out their pistol. A gunfight happening. Bystanders getting hit. Somebody who's with Black Sam got shot in the leg. 2 of the enemies got hit too. But the person who suffered the worst was one of the 80 Crips. He got shot and killed.
We now know the Hoovers were involved in that melee, in that fight that led to somebody dying and others getting shot and critically injured. If you're confused as to why the Hoovers, who's a LA set, why were they involved in Long Beach politics, that's because the Hoovers are allies to a specific set in Long Beach. The 80s don't get along with that set. So when that set and the 80s get into it, the Hoovers is riding for that set, straight up. Now, we know Prime Minister Chucky Finster is in charge of quite possibly the greatest brigade in LA history. I mean, I'm just being real. These are some step-down troops. They is undefeated. They haven't taken an L yet. So when that set seen that Prime Minister Chucky Finster and his brigade were present, they knew a W was certain. Now, there were some casualties. There was some dust-ups.
What the fuck?
We now know specifically that Prime Minister Chucky Finster was hit. Oh, they tried to assassinate the minister at the Marathon Burger, man. We know that Chucky Finster took a headshot during the fight. That when the shots ran off, he took a headshot. But you can't kill the minister, man. All right, you can't kill him, right? No, he's the protagonist of the story. You can't take him out. You can't. That's just not how the script was written. So he took the headshot and he survived. And apparently they took him to jail because he's so dangerous, man, that when the police see him around any type of murder, any type of active activities, he got to get a 72-hour hold, man. But apparently they found out that he was not the one who killed the guy. So he got out. But Chucky Finster is unhappy, okay? He's unhappy that they did this, right? Foolish enough, they did this knowing he is immortal, all right? He's the LA 50 Cent, according to the hood blogger DC Baby Draco. Now, he was very unhappy, though. He was very unhappy this happened, and he let it be known he's about to discipline and set the city on fire for this transgression and war crime against him. You don't touch the prime minister, man. He's off limits. This is a war crime. And he's ready to make everybody pay, he said.
Yeah, homies. No, you done fucked up, right? They know they fucked up. Dead homies is up.
Pray for the streets of LA right now, bro. It's a war zone. It's an active war zone. He's the biggest trophy the Hoovers got right now. He's the biggest trophy. You can't think of another name. When you think of Hoover, you can't think of another name right now other than Chucky Finster. He's the biggest trophy they got. So the fact that he got touched, oh, it's going to be a problem. Now, the kid himself, he's a respectful kid. He politics the right way. He's not a bully. And that's why I respect him. He's not a bully. He's not somebody who's going after like non-affiliates or people who don't got, like no smoke. No, this kid is respectful. He's a good person.
See, I'm not from LA. I never heard of this Chucky Finster, but apparently he's a cool ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? But apparently you don't touch the person that's on the top, apparently, you know what I'm saying? So what type of war is about to happen, we may never know, but we gonna find out soon, I'm sure, because that's crazy. Like you can't really it's crazy that we can't have nothing as society. Like we always gotta fuck it up for one another. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. It never does. Like it's like why? Like why y'all gotta go and do some monkey ass shit? Yeah, I said that. That's some weird, bro. You make us look bad, bro. You make us look real fucking bad, bro. Well, other than that, man, let's get back to this.
He's a gentleman, but he's also a dangerous human being. He's a joint. This kid, man, got a lot of love from where he's from. And the fact that people put hands on him or touched him, good luck, man. Now, unfortunately, this beef expands from Long Beach to LA, so there's a lot of ground to cover. But it's gonna be a hot spring, man. I promise you this, bruh. A lot of people was mad at me for putting out this video, like a lot of people, bruh. Now, I don't know why they were mad at me. I was just documenting what happened. But I seen a very disturbing trend. I seen a lot of videos today defending the Marathon Burger or trying to distance the Marathon Burger from this incident. And I'll be real, I think these people got paid by the Marathon Burger, bruh. Because they all started off their video like the same way. Oh, I'm sick and tired of people saying this was at the Marathon Burger. It was not at the Marathon Burger. It's as if these content creators think we're slow or we're stupid, right? Like either they think that they're smarter than what they are, or they think that you're stupid. Because think about it for a second, okay? They're saying, "Oh, stop saying this was at the Marathon Burger. This was not a Marathon Burger incident." Hold on, bro. So people, gangbangers who met at the Marathon Burger, had an incident at the Marathon Burger, who was getting escorted by Black Sam and his homies, and then they end up having a fight at the end of the escort. That's not a Marathon Burger incident. Yeah, it didn't happen inside the Marathon Burger because Black Sam and his homies escorted the 80s off the premises. But an incident and an altercation took place at Marathon, and that spilled over elsewhere. The 80 member was in Marathon dissing and disrespecting the enemies, and the enemies got up on him off the premises. But to say this is not a Marathon Burger incident, you're just completely dishonest if you think that's the case. But I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers, like I'm talking about at least like 30 YouTubers making identical videos with identical scripts. I'm starting to think, who's paying y'all, bro? Because no way you think we stupid. Like no way you felt the need to distinguish between they got into it at the Marathon Burger, the altercation spilled over outside the Marathon Burger, they walked them down the block, and then a fight and a shooting happened, but somehow you're saying that because it didn't happen directly in front of Marathon Burger, that this has nothing to do with Marathon Burger, even though everybody involved was at Marathon Burger? Are you dumb? But a lot of y'all are compromising, and I'm starting to realize this. I'm starting to see, bro, I've seen at least like 30, 40 channels, man, with the same exact script, same exact title, same exact everything. I'm like, hold on, who paid for this? Because the people ain't dumb. Let me know in the comment section,
Bro,
what do you guys think about this?
Right? I was about to say, homie sound like he taking that personal. He's like, man, they really must have came for him. God damn. Hey, well, look, man, other than that, we're going to find out the truth later down the line, what's really going on, what happened, and so forth. Because, like I said, we weren't there. I wasn't there. So I'm only reporting on it or reacting to it. So, just like everybody else, we're going to find out when we find out. But other than that, thank y'all so much all day, every day for coming through, watching my videos, subscribing, liking, all that. You feel me? We almost there, baby. We almost there. All right. Other than that, great day. Have a great week. Peace.